You are at home and you have several ingredients which you can make pizza, but you don't have any oven. So in this recipe, I'm going to be showing you a very detailed way you can make very easy pizza at the comfort of your home, and it's going to turn out perfect, cheesy, very flavorful, because also we are going to be making a homemade sauce, and generally it's going to be so delicious. You need very basic ingredients which you can't miss in your kitchen. So I have some lukewarm water. This is 1 cup, 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I have 1 tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and 10 grams of instant yeast. Into a mixing bowl, you're going to start off by adding in all the dry ingredients. I'll start with my flour. Add in your yeast, sugar, which is going to activate the yeast, salt to season the dough. Then you're going to add in a tablespoon of cooking oil. Go in with a spoon or your hands and mix all the ingredients until fully combined. Then you're going to gradually add in your water. Make sure to scrape the bottom of the bowl so that all the dry ingredients can get fully combined into a dough. Once I notice a shaggy dough, I'm going to go in with my hands and knead for around 2 to 3 minutes. This is so much fun. Because the dough is not a lot, we are making just a simple recipe. So I'm going to fold in so that all the ingredients are combined, just like this, while moving my bowl. And then I'll knead. As you can see, I'm pulling while tucking in the middle, just like this. Dust a little bit with some flour and continue kneading. As you can see, the dough is not sticky at all, so I'm going to tuck in the bottom just like this. Make a smooth top. Spread 1 teaspoon of cooking oil. Then I'm going to cover with a plastic wrap and let the dough rest for around an hour or until it doubles up in size. Make sure to place the bowl in a warm area in your kitchen so that the yeast can activate. The next step is going to be making our pizza sauce, which has very basic ingredients. I have some tomatoes, onion, garlic, tomato paste, oregano, and basil, that is the dried ones, and sausages together with some salt and cooking oil. So I'm going to be showing you a very easy way that you can make the sauce. You're going to place a small pot over medium-low flame, and then you're going to pick 1 tomato, and using a sharp knife you're going to score on the top part just like this by making a crisscross cut. Then you're going to drop into the water, pick another tomato. Very easy. Then you're going to cover and let the tomatoes boil for around 2 to 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, you're going to put out the flames. Then you're going to carefully pick your tomatoes, transfer to a bowl or a plate. Cool the tomatoes for around 1 to 2 minutes. And for the next step, you're going to need a blender. I have mine ready. So I've chopped up my onion in half, and I have 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to be blending together with my tomatoes once they are cooled down. There are so many people that don't love the tomato skin, especially when it comes to kids. So this is a very nice way that you can get rid of the tomato skin. My tomatoes have cooled, so it's going to be very easy for me to remove the skin and transfer to my blender. Next, you're going to add in your onions, garlic, oregano, and basil, a little bit of salt. Then you're going to cover your blender and blend until smooth. When fully blended, I'm going to pick a pan ready to make my sauce. Place over medium flame. Add in a tablespoon of cooking oil. And as you can see, the dough is doubling up in size, so we are getting there. Carefully open up my blender and transfer the tomato puree into the pan. Stir it up, reduce the flames to medium-low. Then you're going to add your tomato paste, which is going to add in a very nice tomato flavor and also add in a bit more color. Stir it up. And once it's fully combined, I'm going to cover and simmer for 5 minutes or until the sauce is fully reduced. This is how your sauce is going to be looking. As you can see, it has reduced and thick, so you're going to add in a teaspoon of sugar, which is going to stabilize the acidity of the tomatoes, making it very delicious. Check the seasoning. Perfect. Now that my sauce is ready, I'm going to put out the flames and transfer to a bowl where it's going to cool down as we proceed to the next step, which is going to be rolling out our dough. You're going to slice up your sausages, and I have some green capsicum, which is going to add in some color. My sauce, which is already called mozzarella cheese. You can use any cheese that you have in the house, a little bit more all-purpose flour together with my dough, which has doubled up in size. So I'm going to remove the cling film. Then I'm going to place my ingredients aside just a little bit so that we can create some space. Just a little bit with some flour, punch to remove the excess air pockets. Then you're going to transfer to your countertop. That's with a little bit of all-purpose flour. Then you're going to knead for around 30 seconds. Once done, you're going to divide your dough into 3 equal parts. Just like that. Then you're going to tuck in the bottom. Place back in your bowl. Cover with my cling film so that the dough doesn't dry off. Place aside. Then you're going to be working on this dough for making our stovetop pizza. So you're going to tuck in the bottom to make a smooth top, just like this. And as you can see, the dough is not sticky at all because it's well rested. Sprinkle some flour on my countertop. Then I'm going to be rolling out using my rolling pin, and it's going to be very easy because the dough is very soft. You're going to push vertically and horizontally just like this, and you'll notice that I'm using less effort. to push the dough. And because it's ready, I'm going to pick a kitchen brush. And over here, I have my cast iron pan, which I'm going to be using for this stovetop recipe. So I'm going to place over medium, low flame. Wait for around 30 seconds so that the pan can get hot. Then you're going to reduce the flames to low. Spread a thin layer of cooking oil on your pan, just like this. Pick my dough and transfer to my pan. Push the dough on the sides just like this. Then using a fork, I'm going to poke holes on the dough. Cook your dough for around a minute over low flame or until you notice a very gorgeous golden brown color on the bottom side of the crust. So using low flame is the key here when it comes to stovetop pizza, because you don't want to burn the crust. Yeah, imagine you cook the dough over medium flame and when you flip it, it's dark or it's burnt. No, we don't want that. So I'm going to pick a spatula. As the dough is slowly cooking, I'm going to grate my cheese, and here is a very nice hack when it comes to grating. So you're going to lay your grater on your countertop just like this, then you're going to grate the cheese. And this is going to make it very easy for you to grate the cheese with no plate or chopping board. So let's use utensils to wash. And when you have a small piece of cheese just like this, you can place it aside because you don't want to grate your finger. There's my cheese. So I'm going to check on my dough, and it's been around a minute. As you can see, the top part of the crust is well cooked, and this is how the crust looks on the other side. You can see some browning. So the next step is going to be adding in our sauce, and I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons. Spread. Add in your mozzarella. Sausages. Capsicum. You have to be very fast because the bottom is cooking. Try and arrange the capsicum just like this. Then you're going to add in a final layer of cheese. Cover, and then you're going to cook your pizza for around 2 minutes over very low flame. Don't forget that. After 2 minutes, this is how your pizza should be looking like. As you can see, the cheese is melted. It's very well cooked. So I'm going to use a pizza cutter and cut into my pizza. And once done, this is how your pizza should be looking like. Don't forget to put out the flames because you don't want to overcook the crust. So I'm going to pick my spatula and lift up one piece. Very hot. Yeah, a little burnt bottom, which I don't mind, but the crust is well cooked, the cheese is melted, the sausages are ready. So I'm going to give my pizza a bite just to check how it's tasting. The crust is a little bit crunchy, which I don't mind. The cheese is making the pizza so flavorful. So good. which makes this recipe totally worth trying because everything is just delicious. Hope you'll be giving this recipe a try and you won't be disappointed.